Hello and welcome to episode 17 of The Good Life. Can you believe it? We're at episode 17 already. I kind of can't believe it. Today I'm going to talk about something that is a simple concept, but it's really not so simple to do in real life. And it is something that in my therapy office, in my coaching Zoom rooms, it is something that I need to remind people about all the time. Okay. So with people, one thing that they are really, really good at oftentimes is being hard on themselves by saying negative things about themselves, saying, oh, I should know better. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Or, oh, I made a mistake. And I always have to bring up the fact that if you beat yourself up, if you are unkind to yourself, if you are judging yourself, if you are harsh with yourself, those things are not helpful. Even if your parents were that way, even if your teachers were that way, even if your boss is that way, it is not very helpful when you are that way towards yourself. So what I encourage people to do is to be loving, to be curious, and to be non-judgmental towards themselves. It's kind of difficult, isn't it? Are you sitting there thinking like, okay, Melissa, that sounds really simple, but that's actually really difficult because I just want to be hardcore. I want to have like a growth mindset and I want to just like, let's go all the time. Yeah, that's fine. But if you're going to be harsh, if you're going to be uncaring, unloving, and you're going to treat yourself poorly, that really is not very helpful. This is something I deep dive into, like the cognitive and the mindset work in my full sleep program. So this is something I talk about in that program, but it is also something I talk about every single day. I've talked about it. Today is Thursday. I saw tons of clients this week. I've talked about it multiple times already this week. I catch clients all the time being like, oh, I should have done better. Oh, I'm so embarrassed I did what I did. It's like, yeah, that's good information, but let's look at it from a growth mindset, from a flexible mindset, and let's be loving, curious, and non-judgmental towards ourselves. So curious means instead of judging yourself super harshly and being like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I did that. I should have known better. What was I thinking? Yada, 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 whatever you might be saying. Instead, take a pause, take a breath, and be like, why did I do that? I think I might know better. Did I know better? And did I just make a mistake? Was I hungry? Was I in a bad mood? Was I stressed because I didn't sleep or because of something going on with my family or at work? So get really curious about why you actually did what you did instead of judgmental, okay? Curious, loving, non-judgmental. Loving just means giving yourself the love that you probably give to other people all the time, but it's really difficult to do for yourselves. I say this to people all the time. How would you say this to like your little niece or your little nephew who you just freaking love and adore so much? If they made a mistake similar to what you did, like what would you say to them? Would you even speak to them the way you speak to yourself? Would you ever do that? And most people are like, oh my God, no, I'd never do that to them. I love them so much. Like I would never want to hurt them, but they don't even blink an eye doing it to themselves. So think about somebody that you love so much, a niece, a nephew, a pet, a coworker, a kid that you work with, somebody like that, maybe a friend, maybe your bestie. Think about how you would talk to your bestie if they made a mistake. Would you be just so harsh and so judgmental towards them? Or would you be loving and compassionate and curious? And would you be kind to them? So think about that. When you make a mistake, let's say you do something like sleep in on the weekend and totally ruin your sleep. So like Sunday night, you can't go to bed early at all. You're staying up late and you know you're only going to get 5 hours of sleep. So instead of being like, oh my gosh, like you shouldn't have stayed up. You're such a loser. I can't believe you did that. You're never going to like work on your sleep. You're never going to improve your sleep. Instead, be like, hey, I made a mistake. It's okay. I was up late having fun. I was up late socializing. I was up late watching a really cool movie, reading a book, whatever you were doing. Didn't get around on my phone. It's okay. Next weekend, I can try to do better if I feel like it. But right now, I'm going to be loving. I'm going to do my best and I'm going to move forward. That is a much better mindset than constantly beating the shit out of yourself all the time and expecting yourself to do better. Be loving, be curious, and be non-judgmental and compassionate towards yourself. I urge you to do that. It will change your life. And this podcast is all about living a life that allows you to sleep well, okay? It's not always going to be Don't drink caffeine afternoon. Go to bed at the same time every night. Yes, we're going to talk about those things, but also the things that you do every single day, the habits that you have, the way you talk to yourself, what's going on in your mind. That is very impactful when it comes to sleep. And if you are loving, if you are compassionate, if you are non-judgmental, if you are curious about your experience versus treating yourself horribly, the way you would never treat somebody you love, start treating yourself like somebody that you love and you care about, and just see how your life changes. That's all I have for you today. It's episode 17. I'll see you next week for episode 18. Take care, guys.